Hi guys, we are going to walk you through the steps on the operation We Can Sew It masks. I'm starting with my pre-washed and ironed fabric, so it's already pre-shrunk. Ironed them real quick. They're not, you can tell I didn't starch them, and that's okay. Start with the first step, which is going to be to mark and iron the 2/4 inch so that we have a good solid seam on the bottom for the filter to be tucked in between. So I'm marking both of these with my fabric pencil. And then I've got my iron heating up over here. So we're going to start with, I just am going to fold right at the 1/4 inch in here. I'm going to give it a little finger press so that I don't have to steam my fingers when I'm ironing. Okay. You want to be a little bit at a scant 1/4 inch because once you fold, you're going to lose a little bit of fabric in there. And then my second fold. Okay, there's the first one. Second. See how when you give it a finger press, it kind of stays down there and holds itself in place? Okay, so we got those 2 pieces ironed. Next is going to be, we're going to run over and put a quick stitch in this. I'll be right back. Iron them, you can see that we've caught the 1/4 inch here. I did a scant 1/4 instead of a full 1/8 just because my foot is a 1/4 inch foot. So now that we've got these two, now we're going to mark them for the pleat lines. The way that I did it, which seemed to be the easiest, was I put my seams at the bottom and then I took my ruler that has, it's the 10.5 inch ruler because I can start with the 2.5 real easily. So I'm going to mark 2.5 and then 1 inch and then 2 inches and then 1 inch. Okay, I'm going to do that on both sides. You don't have to mark, but it was easier than trying to fool with getting the ruler out while I was folding and ironing and burn yourself and, So 2.5, 1 inch, 2 inches, 1 inch. Just do this last side real quick. 2.5, 1, 2 inches, 1. If you have committed to making more than one set, you can do these all at the same time. Yesterday, I got all of these ones pressed, so now I'm just going to run them all through the machine next. This is where things get just a little bit different. If you're working off of one of the original versions of the pattern, you'll see that it says right sides together. We're actually going to go wrong sides. This keeps our pleats folded down, which actually works out better for the, they're more like regular surgical masks. So here's where we're going to start. We've already got ourselves marked, so we're going to iron at our 2.5. I actually am just going to finger press, and then I'm going to flip it over because I'm already marked. I can see where I need to fold down onto my 1 inch. This is why you need to use light fabric. There you go. 2 inch, 1 inch, then our 2 inch fold here, and then our 1 inch from there. And then we're going to give it a good steam press. There you go, ta-da! Now we have our pleats folded down and we are ready for the next step. Once you have your mask with the pleats ironed in, we're going to pin. Okay, so you want to make sure and pin so that when you pull through the machine, it doesn't fight you on it. So you're going to pin through both layers, or all 3-4 layers on these ones. I use these flower pins because they lay nice and flat when you zip them through the machine. And so you're going to do both sides. Okay, so So now we're going to go run these through the machine. That's the end of part 1. We'll be back with part 2.